What is up, everybody? The Switch 2 reveal is imminent, so I want to go back to 2017 before we understood the essence of the console we know extremely well, perhaps intimately well today, the Nintendo Switch, and watch that initial presentation. We saw the trailer, we saw the commercial, we got a lot of glimpses, but this was our first deep dive into Nintendo, arguably Nintendo's most successful console ever. We've got Toon, Tris, we got Tris Valbuena in the chat. Welcome, Tris. Let's get this party started. Here we go. The presentation is on. What do you think of these graphics, chat? Already. Oh my god. This is the future. Oh my god, they hit us with that snap twice. They knew what they had. Look at this. Look at this light show.
Hello to everyone. I'm Tatsumi Kimishima from Nintendo. Thank you very much.
How's the sound, chat?
Who've joined us here today. And thank you to everyone viewing the presentation live online. Many people around the world watched the Nintendo Switch video we released in October of last year and reacted quite positively to it.
Okay. Take yourself back. Take yourself back. No one reacted positively to the L failure console that was the Wii U. They put out this commercial for the Nintendo Switch. You know the one. Clicking it in, Breath of the Wild on the TV, Skyrim on the plane. You know the one. And first comment out of the gate. You guys like this, don't you, Squidward? Love it, dude.
This video introduced the Nintendo Switch
extremely clear, okay? Extremely clear. That's the console. That's the console. That's the dock. You know, no room for messing anything up, all right?
Console, Nintendo Switch dock, Joy-Con grip, and 2 Joy-Con controllers.
Tell me in the chat right now. Tell me in the chat right now. Do you use the Joy-Con grip? Did you think you would use the Joy-Con grip? I'm gonna be open. I'm gonna be honest with you all. When I saw this presentation, when I watched it, I was into the Joy-Con grip. I was into it. I saw the Pro Controller and I was like, been there, done that. I want to use the Joy-Con grip. And you know what I really wanted to use? Split Joy-Con, Wii Remote Nunchuck vibes, gaming however I want. Oh my god. I eventually dropped it for the Pro Controller, but definitely that first year, I was using that Joy-Con grip. I loved setting my Switch up on its little stand on a table or something, Joy-Con gripping it, tabletop mode. Damn.
As well as the Pro Controller.
Oh, there she blows.
Nintendo Switch is a console that can be played while connected to your television, but it is also a system you can bring with you to share the fun wherever you go.
Share the joy.
Nintendo Switch is a brand new kind of home gaming system that offers a wide diversity of play styles.
Skyrim, dude.
In today's presentation, we intend to provide...
Tris, tell me this. Game Explain Days, throw it back. Would you ever cut a video that had a transition to a different cut, a different viewpoint, and then and then fade away like that so quickly? Dude. Were they producing this live? Did they not have the clips ready? That seemed a little amateur hour to me, chat. That was weird. Okay, thank you.
We intend to provide a detailed introduction to the Nintendo Switch hardware and software.
That's exciting. Hardware and software. Chat, I want it again. I want this again.
I'd like to begin by introducing the Nintendo Switch launch date, suggested retail price, and online services. Nintendo Switch will release simultaneously on March 3rd, 2017 in Japan, the US, Canada, major European countries, Hong Kong, and other territories.
Dang.
This is the suggested retail price for Nintendo Switch. In Japan, it will be 29,980 yen. In North America, it will be $299.99.
This thing is crazy, dude. All right.
For the price in
All right.
Europe,
Really quick. Switch 2, I don't think they do this. I don't think you start with the date and the price. I think it was a different situation when the first Switch was coming out, and I think they needed to. This is the hard sell. This is the definition of the hard sell. I think this time around, these things will come at the end. It's gonna be saved for the end. Yeah.
please check with your local retailer. Next, I have information about Nintendo Switch online services.
Chat, we had no idea what this was gonna be.
With Nintendo Switch, you will of course be able to enjoy online multiplayer gaming. And when you use a smart device application that will connect to Nintendo Switch, you will be able to invite friends to play online, set play appointments, and chat with friends while enjoying online matches and compatible games.
It never happened.
From your smart device.
No, that's a lie.
Users will be able to try out Nintendo Switch online services for free.
The first lie,
during the
chat.
trial period after launch.
This man is lying to us.
It will become a paid service beginning in the fall of 2017.
Oh, I forgot about that, dude.
We will provide additional details on this paid service and its features on our homepage at a later date. And I have an additional piece of information. With our past systems, like Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, we designed them using region locking, which limited play to software sold in the same region that the hardware was purchased. But with Nintendo Switch, we have revised our approach and decided that in general, we will not apply region locking to Nintendo Switch software.
What a weird, specific thing to include in this presentation.
I would like to switch over to the man responsible for all software development for Nintendo Switch
Okay.
and mobile applications, Mr. Shinya Takahashi.
You know what's happening here? Chat? This guy, he's got the power. He holds this company in his hand. And it was like, yeah, sure, boss. Boss, you'll kick off the presentation. You'll do a great job. Yeah, boss, you got it. You got it, boss. And now, business is done. My man came out and he said the release date and the price and some dumb stuff about region locking. Now, put on your Mario hat. Let's start this party. Honestly, Bungle, yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shinya Takahashi.
Look at this. Okay, hold on. Look at this. Look at the differences in these man's attire. This is a buttoned up gentleman. This is a man going to the conference room, Bungle. This is a man going in. This man has a briefcase. This man is running for office in a conservative region. This man is teaching a high school world studies class. This man is pointing to stuff. He's drawing stuff on the smartboard. You know what I'm saying? If you do well on this guy's tests, he's giving you a little sticker on your paper. Okay? All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shinya Takahashi, and I lead all Nintendo software development.
The interpreter. Listen to how this interpreter hits the word all. Listen to it. Listen to it in your ear holes.
And I lead all Nintendo software development.
One more time.
Shinya Takahashi, and I lead all Nintendo software development.
Oh!
Nintendo Switch has inherited
Look at him
DNA
walking!
from each of the many hardware systems Nintendo has released to date. The Nintendo Entertainment System included 2 controllers in the base system. Game Boy made it possible to bring video games out of the home. Super NES added the X and Y buttons and the L and R buttons to enhance the fun. Nintendo
Excuse me, sir. I think we need to add L and R buttons. Why? Why would we need more buttons? Sir, I believe if you look at the equation on this board, the fun quotient will double. If we add the L and R, the fun quotient will double. Yes, sir, the fun quotient will double. Well, then add those damn buttons.
Nintendo 64 offered the world's first analog control stick. And
is that true? Check, can I get a fact check on that? First analog control stick was the Nintendo 64. Is that true? Tris, fact check. The GameCube controller was the ultimate end state of fun to buttons alignment. It converged. Why was the stick in the middle? I never played on an No, it made sense. It made perfect sense at the time. We all understood it. If you weren't there, you didn't get it. If you were there, you got it. I think it was. Dang, Nintendo. Tip of the cap, Nintendo. Tip of the cap. We're still using it. We still haven't thought of anything better.
Produced a rumbling controller with the development of the Rumble Pack.
The Rumble Pack, remember? I had one.
We put a handle on Nintendo.
Shows GameCube. We put a handle.
We put a handle on Nintendo GameCube so it could be carried around.
No, come on. Is that real? Is that real? Oh, man. That's honestly, guys. That makes me think Nintendo hates the GameCube. Like, hey, what was cool about the GameCube? Handle. Really quick though, chat, I gotta say, Nintendo 64, this was my youth. This was like when I was a kid. I have so many sharp memories in my head of the Nintendo 64. Smash 64, Mario Kart, Conker's Bad Fur Day, the local multiplayer mode was so fun. Banjo-Kazooie, Pokemon Stadium, Donkey Kong 64, the Rumble Pack, dude, Star Fox 64, a lot of like, GoldenEye 64, GoldenEye 007. This was like peak. Me, my brothers, and my dad. My dad was all in on gaming with us all the time. Played so many fun games. I don't remember how the N64 like entered our house. I would have to ask. How did we get one? I don't know. But it was there, and we loved it.
The development of the Rumble Pack. We put a handle on Nintendo GameCube so it could be carried around. Even at that time, we were considering a home game system that you could take with you, but it seems we were a little too soon.
That's why they included that.
DS added a touchscreen.
What a stretch.
With the Wii Remote, motion control became possible. And the Wii U gamepad enabled you to play games off the TV. And now, Nintendo Switch has inherited all of Nintendo's entertainment DNA, and we have packed each and every one of these features into the system.
Bro, that's crazy. That's what they hit for the Wii U. Off the TV. Nothing else.
Nintendo is constantly pursuing new forms of entertainment to bring more fun and more smiles to the world. And the new entertainment we will present in 2017 is Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Big preamble. Pre-produced trailer. Please don't be the one we already saw. It's new. Okay, here we go. Chat, we were eating this up. Every little glimpse of this thing, we were slurping it, dude. Oh my god, chat, it has HDMI.
Nintendo Switch is a video game system for the home. You connect
For the home.
TV to play games.
That's kind of interesting, chat. That's kind of interesting. I think you already see Nintendo doing this thing where they are like, this is not in the handheld line. This is in the home line. And I think it's because maybe the 3DS was a little bit more vibrant at the time, and it was like we still have the 3DS out there, whereas we're more concerned about that home console market. But it is interesting. I think Nintendo has always had this positioning of the hardware that it was a home console that you could take on the go, not a handheld that you could dock. And I think part of the reason is that the truth is that it is a handheld console you can dock. So they're trying to kind of run opposing messaging to balance out what I think is like in the zeitgeist for people. So
When you want to play away from the TV, you just remove Nintendo Switch from the dock. When you attach the left and right joy...
How crazy is it, chat? Switch 2, we're done. The sliding on, we're done. It's done. We're all gonna have to get used to you know what I mean? It's gonna not everyone will remember. That will soon be a thing of the past. Reflect on that for a moment. You are one who will know. You will know. You will know what that was to lock that in. You were here for this part of Nintendo history. Not everybody will be. Not everybody was there for blowing the N64 cartridges. Not everybody was there for lugging around the GameCube by the handle. Not everybody was there to play Wii Sports with their grandparents. Not everybody was there to make fun of the Wii U on Twitter. Not everybody was there to lock in those Joy-Con. You were there.
Joy-Con controllers, you can continue playing anywhere. Nintendo Switch has been designed
This still looks cool today. This still looks like the future.
to be a home console gaming system that gives you the freedom to change your playstyle.
I think people are too hard on Joy-Con. Hold on, 1 second, chat. I think people are too hard on this. I think that this is genius. I think we need to come back and we need to have a moment. We need to just respect this. This is good. This is good. Being able to do this and play with two people, underrated, goated Nintendo feature.
Next, allow me to introduce the playstyles Nintendo Switch will offer.
Cool.
TV mode. Play games on the TV.
Tris, if you're still in the chat, let me know. Did we know anything about what this Mario Kart was? Or were you just like seeing Mario Kart that was a little different and like still trying to figure it out? Is this Mario Kart 8? Wait a second, but there's two items. There's two items. And I think maybe it was like you could see like there were characters that you couldn't play as before. Yeah, okay.
And typical video game style. Tabletop mode. Stand the Nintendo Switch console up with its kickstand and play using the Joy-Con.
I love tabletop mode. I love tabletop mode.
Games in front of a screen with others, wherever you like, even away from the TV. Handheld mode. Attach the left and right Joy-Con to the system. You can take it with you and play indoors, outdoors, or anywhere you like.
Chat, it still looks so good. It still looks so good. So good. It still looks like a thing from the future. And let me say this. I think I've said this before, so forgive me if you've heard my whole thing about this. I think that really so much of the genius of the Switch comes down to the fact that the gimmick for the system, you know, Nintendo had up until the Switch, everybody was like, Nintendo has to have a gimmick. That's their whole thing. And some people were like, can't they just make a normal console with good graphics and a normal controller? And the beauty of the Switch gimmick is that it's what I would call non-intrusive, right? It's all of the games, for the most part, are still built in a way where you have to be able to play them like this. You have to be able to play them in handheld mode with normal controls. So the gimmick does not come into the game. The game is still the game, and the gimmick is how you experience the game in your life, right? And I think that that's really powerful and special for them to be able to come up with something like that that transforms your experience of the game without intruding upon the game itself for the most part.
You can take it with you and play indoors, outdoors, or anywhere you like. And what do you think of handing a Joy-Con to a friend or family member and sharing the joy right then and there? Battery life will vary by game, but it will range from 2.5 hours to 6.5 hours.
This was bad. This was bad. I don't think a lot of people remember this, and you probably have your Nintendo Switch right now, and you're like, the battery life on my Switch is fine. That's because the first round of the Nintendo Switch, these first ones, were bad. And I upgraded mine. I traded mine in for a version 2 Switch. I did that when they were like, oh, we've got in the back end, we figured out how to make the Switch battery a little bit better. Yeah, the original Switch's battery life was brutal, dude. Leaks say Switch 2 will be the same or worse. No. That's people are just speculating based on like leaked specs right now, and they're not accounting. All of the leaked specs do not account for how good Nintendo is at making their games look on like outdated specs. And same thing with battery life. Like you don't know. It's everybody just, I don't know. I think we're in that we're in that period of time where we don't know anything. And I think it rewards a lot of people being pessimistic. So you see a lot of takes online about the Switch 2 that are like, it's going to be bad. Everything about it is bad. It's going to be bad. I'm like, no, shut up. Like it's going to be great. We're all going to love it. It's going to last for 10 years. All right.
Hours. And you will be able to play while charging the system using the included AC adapter and USB certified portable battery.
I think that was pretty ahead of its time, actually. I feel like the Switch, low-key, had USB-C before a lot of mainstream products did. And USB-C is great. What a choice. What a choice.
The screen uses a capacitive touch panel. You can connect over Wi-Fi for multiplayer battles. And up to 8 Nintendo Switch systems can be connected for local wireless
Still should have been on the top instead of the bottom. Charging in tabletop sucks. But don't you think that's an allowance that they made for docking the Switch? That was important to them. I think they made the right call. Honestly. Docking the Switch, pulling the Joy-Con out. Far fewer people are going to be trying to charge while in tabletop mode, you know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're playing in tabletop mode, already, it's like, so you're telling me you have a tabletop that is close enough to a charging port in the wall, but you want to, like, I think we're zooming in on a super niche thing. I think they made the right choice.
Multiplayer gaming.
Man, only gray Switch so far.
What do you think? With its 3 play styles, Nintendo Switch evolves gameplay, making it more active and offering greater freedom of play.
True.
And what makes this possible are the Joy-Con controllers. To tell you more about the new types of play that Joy-Con will enable, and to tell you about Nintendo Switch software, I'd like to switch things over to General Development Producer Yoshiaki Koizumi. Thank you very much.
Chat, you know what's crazy? They're loving the Joy-Con here, right? And they're about to do a whole presentation about the Joy-Con. But thinking about it now, it's like, man, Nintendo was the first of the big video game companies to be like, maybe the D-pad is stupid and outdated and done. Maybe we're done with it. Maybe the D-pad, it's over. Maybe it's over for the D-pad. Maybe it's over. Isn't that kind of crazy when you think about it? Nintendo specifically being like, D-pads are done. Heard it here first.
very much.
Hello, everyone. I am Nintendo Switch.
No, okay. Now we've gone from the high school teacher to like the cool music teacher that everybody has a crush on. You know what I mean? Here's I'm gonna tell you what you need to know, baby. Are you saying they invented the Switch Lite to accommodate D-pad weirdos? A little. And then they made the worst D-pad ever on the Pro Controller. Yeah, they don't care. No, they don't care. The D-pads are dead. D-pads are dead. You heard it here. You're here to hear first. Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. Hello, everyone. As you know, D-pads are dead, which is why on Joy-Con chat, will they call them Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con? Joy-Con for Nintendo Switch 2? Or will they get a new name? FunCon, BlessCon, SweetCon, Joy-Con Plus. That's pretty good, Tris. Tris, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't know. I think we have to consider that they will get a new name. I think we do have to consider that. Keep the name, add a descriptor. Oh my God, Frostplats in the chat. Thank you so much for following. Where you come from? How did you find me? Long-time listener? First-time follower? Let me know in the chat. Please reveal yourself. You have to reveal yourself. Or I'll ban you. I think they'll keep the same name. We'll just call them Joy-Con, you think? They'll just be Joy-Con for Switch 2? It's a possibility, right? It's a possibility. New Joy-Con U Plus Deluxe. Wait, what did they call the Wii thing that made the motion control better? Wii Motion Plus. Yeah. Joy-Con Plus. I think Tris might have nailed it. Might be Joy-Con Plus. Might be, but okay, here's my only thing. There are plus and minus buttons on the Joy-Con themselves. Can we still call it a Joy-Con Plus? You know what I'm saying? Hit the minus button on your Joy-Con Plus. Something to think about. Something to think about, chat.
General development producer Yoshiaki Koizumi.
All right, Tris, you got me. You got me. My bad. Okay.
Controllers are very important when it comes to video games, right? And I suspect all of you are wondering what the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con are like. Allow me to introduce them to you in detail.
It's so small. Oh my God, it's so
These are
small.
the Joy-Con set in the Joy-Con grip. This is the basic style when playing on the TV. Now, let me remove the Joy-Con. These are the Joy-Con.
It's pretty good, chat.
There is a left and a right.
Bro, this looks like, when you look at them like this, when you run the presentation this way with the lights and everything, I know we've had these things for like 10 years. They look like they're from the future still. Am I crazy? This to me being like your video game controller, maybe I'm old, dude. I just am like, this is so sick, dude.
Each Joy-Con has an analog stick. And each stick can also be pressed like a button. This Joy-Con has the familiar A, B, X, Y buttons. And beneath them is the home button.
And beneath that is the
It's this
C
L-shaped
button.
mark. There is an NFC reader writer that can read and write Amiibo data as well.
There she is, our first Amiibo.
And please look at the square button on this Joy-Con.
What's that square button?
This is the capture button for capturing screenshots of your gameplay.
Just like on PlayStation.
In
Wow.
the future, it will be able to capture video as well.
In the future. That's hysterical.
You will be able to share the screens you capture with friends over social media.
Social media. Not anymore.
And each Joy-Con includes accelerometer and gyro sensors, making independent left and right motion control like this possible.
Like this, dude.
And take a look right here. There are two buttons in the rail that connects the Joy-Con to the Nintendo Switch console. These are L and R buttons. Because of this design, Each Joy-Con can be used as a fully functioning individual controller. You can hand a Joy-Con to the person next to you in mini two-player games. We call this sharing the joy. So, Nintendo Switch comes with two controllers right from the start. And when you play with these Joy-Con, they fit in the palm of your hand, just right, like this. And they feel very natural.
Laying it on a little thick there, buddy. Wait,
For
hold on.
example- Pardon me.
Why did sharing the joy not catch on? Yeah, as an expression, I think it should have caught on. I think we slept on sharing the joy for sure. But I will say, sharing the joy, huge for the kids. The kids will take one of those little Joy-Con controllers and be like, this is perfect. Let's play Smash Brothers. I'm not even kidding, chat. They love it. And look at this.
Me?
Iconic moment coming
You
up.
can release the tension from your shoulders and relax while you play. That's all for my Joy-Con introduction.
That's all you want, baby. Oh, here we go.
But we still have many things to share about the Joy-Con.
Bro, this is one of the craziest things Nintendo has ever done. They're like, okay, Koizumi comes out. He has a magician's handkerchief. He holds it up.
We have prepared
No,
Joy-Con color-
no, that is so insane. Somebody wrote that. Somebody was like, and now it's red. Now that's crazy, dude.
variations. Neon blue and neon red.
Thank you, Foxy Legs.
And this is the Joy-Con strap. It is a wrist strap you can slide onto the rail like this.
I gotta tell you, I think Nintendo should have hired a magician and should have learned. They should have done this live on stage. They should have done changing the colors, right? Putting them under. They should have taught Koizumi that one magic trick just so you could have done it. That would have been crazy.
And it has prominent L and R buttons for firm pressing.
Even though he said it fits perfectly in your hand.
Games that have you swinging your hands, attaching to your wrist so you won't drop it. And it makes the Joy-Con easier to grip.
Oh! Wii Sports? Are we doing Wii Sports?
This is the type that will come with your Nintendo Switch system, but there will also be other colors sold separately. The right Joy-Con also has a motion IR camera that can sense the shape, motion, and distance of objects in front of it. It's right here. For example, it can tell the difference between rock, paper, and scissors. And it can tell how far away the hand that threw it is.
No, no. This shit was exploding our minds. This shit was overpowered. We were not ready for this, and I'm gonna say it kind of works. It doesn't work every time. It's not flawless, but if you knew what you were doing, if you knew how to pilot it, it works. There's a good mini game mode in the newest WarioWare on Switch that I think uses that camera to a pretty high degree of success.
Unique new control styles possible. What's this? It feels like something shaking in a glass.
This is it, baby.
The Joy-Con can convey to you the feeling of ice cubes colliding in a cup.
Yes.
You can even tell 1, 2, 3.
No, Tris, we were there.
Of ice cubes in
Tris, we were there. We were there. This was every single one of us went, no. No. Every single one of us. We all were, this was our brains turning inside out, trying to understand how it could be true. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, chat? I feel like HD Rumble is actually pretty legit. I think it's pretty legit. I think it's pretty good at achieving what they're saying here. And then I feel like something happened. Did we just, I feel like it's been a long time. Is HD Rumble just old hat now and I don't care? Or have we kind of taken our foot off of the HD Rumble gas? Are we just not working on it anymore? Is it just not there? I feel like it's just not there anymore. You know what I mean? Because I remember, dude, in 1-2 Switch, there's that little game where you've got like little beads in there. Foot off the gas type deal. Okay. And that game's like a revelation. Because you can it's communicating to you, man. It's crazy. Yeah.
In the glass. And you can feel water filling the glass. This new sense of realism is produced by the precision of the new HD Rumble.
Okay. Surely Switch 2, bigger Joy-Con, bigger system in general. HD Rumble will not be forgotten. And I think that they like this kind of stuff, this kind of feedback. So I think we will be seeing 4K Rumble in the future.
With these new sensing and vibration technologies, the Joy-Con itself boasts an expressiveness that invites the player to pick up the controller. The Joy-Con offers more than just traditional video game controls. It invites everyone to a new world of entertainment. Allow me to introduce you to two new games made possible by the Joy-Con, one that everyone can play together.
Oh, is it 1-2 Switch in ARMS? I think we know it won't, but I wish the Switch 2 would have adaptive triggers like the PS5 to add that feel. Yeah, I actually really like the adaptive triggers. I think they're really cool. That's a gimmick I like. But yeah, I just think it's a little too I think that is an issue of like, okay, hear me out on this. I think a lot of Nintendo games naturally don't really use the triggers that much. I think that they're not I think on the other consoles, the majority of their games, the trigger's like the primary button, and I don't think that's really the case with Nintendo. So then I think you're adding to the cost of the controller, and I also think that it's maybe like a little finicky, like giving that to kids, like maybe they'll break it or something. So maybe that makes it further not worth it. I heard the stick will have varied resistance. That's cool. See, that immediately makes a little bit more sense to me because it's like, oh yeah, that's more, that would be more in line with the where Nintendo's trying to like pull your focus in a lot of their games. But what do I know? It would be cool in you know what it would be cool in? No, maybe this is stupid. No, maybe it's stupid. I take it back. Maybe I'm the wrong person to be saying this. I was gonna say Mario Kart, if you made the trigger like the gas and you could like feel the engine a little bit more, give you that would immediately make Mario Kart feel kind of like, you know, like I think there'd be something there. And then I'm also thinking about typically in Smash Brothers you use the triggers for your shield, and it would be cool if your shield was like getting weaker or going to break, maybe like the tension went up or something, like I don't know.
And one with depth, challenge, and replayability. First, let's switch to the game everyone can play together.
Everyone can play together. Chat, I got 1-2 Switch at launch. Loved it. Loved it. Had a great time with my friends and family. Great way to show them the Nintendo Switch. Loved it. Really fun game. This game is overhated. Overhated. People get so mad about games designed to be played with normal people. People get so mad about that. They're like, no, I'm a gamer. Give me gamer games. No. The Switch is $300. That's a great price for just the console. I think this was no. I think you guys are out of touch sometimes. See, I think the gamers are out of touch. I think this is a perfectly valuable product for the non-gamer class of people. I think the difference with Wii Sports is that Wii Sports was trying to usher you in to the entirety of what that system was. Whereas 1-2 Switch is not necessarily representative of the entire the library of the Switch. You know what I mean? Like the point of the Wii was to play things like Wii Sports, right? And I think that the Wii was kind of positioning itself as a consumer product different from a video game console where you like repeatedly purchase games for it. The scope was like larger than that, which is why like most consumers of the Wii like only ever bought like 1 or 2 games. You know, that install base really, really low, even though the console sold so well. And the Switch is like a video game system. The point of the Switch is that you are supposed to buy more video games for it. They are telling you they need to train you to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, you buy this thing, but you're not done. You got to keep buying games. And maybe this isn't why you bought the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have to decide why you bought the Switch. Maybe it's for this and Just Dance and other snipper clips. I don't know. Or maybe it's for Breath of the Wild. Maybe it's for both. That's your choice. You know what I mean? Completely different thing. Completely different thing. Okay, Demi, I appreciate you in the chat because you heard an argument and you said, all right, I'll allow it. I appreciate that. Do we think they're going to do a 3-minute preview and a full presentation a few weeks later or just a presentation? No, it'll be multiple things so that they can snowball that audience and they can tell everybody to watch something. So it'll definitely be multiple things. They don't really need to sell on the Switch gimmick. Yeah, but the thing is that the sell that they need to do is selling you on something that you don't already own. So there is still reason to kind of like do nuts and bolts, get in the nitty gritty, as it were. No, this was a good time, chat. This was a good time. It was a good time. Ooh. The safe cracking minigame. Turning the knob of the safe and feeling the tick, 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 tick. Oh, tick, 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 tick. Dude. Nice.
Hello, everyone.
Jake, watcher from your 1,000-Year Door streams, just watched you react to the Rolling Stone list. I remembered how great your yaps are. Happy to be back aboard the Jake train. Warms my heart. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for your first time chat. So happy to see you around.
I am Koichi Kawamoto, the producer of 1-2 Switch. I am also the general hardware director for Nintendo Switch itself.
Ooh, general hardware director. I wonder if we'll see this guy again soon.
Switch lets you
Wait,
enjoy
let me...
itself. I am also the Koichi Kawamoto, the producer of 1-2 Switch. I am also the Rumble.
I wonder if this guy, being the hardware guy, will have another game for Switch 2. If he'll be like have a leadership position on another game, kind of in the same vein as this. You know what I mean?
Produced. But at the same time,
maybe you don't do. I'm not sure actually. Maybe you don't do this again. Maybe this is a no. You gotta have something. So can we just yap about this for a second? Can we yap? Do you mind, Chad? Do you mind if we yap for a moment? So something I've been thinking about is that when the Nintendo Switch Uno came out, right? You get your Breath of the Wild, you get your 1-2 Switch, you get your snipper clips, and we all remember the launch year of the Switch. Hit after hit, right? It wasn't that long until ARMS, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Odyssey, all of like boom, 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 boom. Xenoblade 2. One of the most iconic launch windows of all time, the Switch. But if you were there, if you were hardcore like your boy, there was still some downtime. There always is if you're a capital G gamer. There was some downtime. So maybe you picked up some games that you otherwise wouldn't have picked up. Maybe you picked up Thimbleweed or whatever that was, some indie games. Maybe you picked up Bomberman R. Maybe you picked up the Shovel Knight Treasure Trove Collect. You know what I mean? You were accruing whatever was there, whatever was around on Nintendo Switch. But Ultra Street Fighter 2, exactly. But Switch 2, I'm thinking about Switch 2. Presumably, the entire Switch library is there. We're not going to do that. You're not going to be picking up whatever Garbo happens to make, that port of Gotham Knights that's there the week after the Switch 2 comes out for some reason. You're not going to be picking that up. You got Pokemon Legends ZA. You got Donkey Kong Returns. You got Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. You've got Pokemon Scarlet now with a stable frame rate. So it's like it's this interesting thing where it's such a it's going to be what people are playing on their Switch 2 and how they are using it is going to be, I think, a much more unique thing this time around. It's going to be more specific to the person because we're not all going to be locked in on this relatively tiny game library at the start. You're going to have the whole wide world of the massive Switch 1 library at your disposal, complete with 2025 Switch games that are out or to be released. It's crazy, chat. It's crazy. Because that first couple of weeks, we're all going to be playing whatever the big launch title is. That's all we're going to be playing. But what are we going to be playing week 4, week 5, week 6, before the next big hitter comes out? I don't know, but I'm excited. I can't wait, chat, to be playing some dumb Switch 1 game on my Switch 2. I can't wait. I can't wait to be playing Switch 2, but I'm playing Legends ZA. I don't know, man. But now I'm playing Legends ZA, and me and Triss are party chatting. I send Triss a message on the console. I say, Triss, I need a Pikachu. No phones. And Triss goes, I got you, Jake. Invites me to a lobby. Trades me a Pikachu. Who knows? Chat, who knows? That could be the future.
New kind of game. One that mixes up new kinds of play that haven't been seen before. Your typical video game has you playing while looking at some kind of screen, right? But 1-2 Switch can be played without looking at any screen.
I forgot about this.
Where exactly do you look? In the eyes of your opponents. You look directly into the eyes of your opponent to play the game. When will your opponent move? How will they move? Are they just faking? You look into their eyes to read their next move, and then you get to see them do something unexpected.
Chat, this was fun for the ping pong game. You had the sound, and you had like your natural rhythms, and you played ping pong just while looking at somebody else, and it worked. It worked.
In other words, 1-2 Switch
Underrated
isn't a
game.
you play
Underrated.
facing a screen. It is a game that is primarily played through face-to-face interaction.
So cool, dude.
So you can bring Nintendo Switch to parties and after parties, indoors or outdoors, any place people gather or meet, and you simply 1. Stand Nintendo Switch up. 2. Grab the 2 Joy-Con. 3.
Bring it to parties. Please. Please bring your new Nintendo product to your local parties. Please. Please. Don't they know that gamers are not going to parties?
Hand 1 to a friend. And just like that, with these 3 steps, the place you're in becomes the game world and everyone is ready for fun. We're creating 1-2 Switch to be a staple for parties and to become an icebreaker for all kinds
Oh
of
my
fun.
god, I forgot. There was like a... What is this one that they're doing at the top here? There was something like this. There was like a wizard game where you kind of like shot spells at each other and had to like block them or something. Dude. And then there was a fencing game, wasn't there? And you just looked at each other and fenced. Dude. Put respect on 1-2 Switch's name.
Communication. 1-2 Switch features fun for everyone gameplay made possible by the Joy-Con, and it releases
Lightsaber, exactly, Dusty. That's the what you're trying to realize, right?
Look forward to it. Thank you very much.
That's what you want to realize, dude. Oh,
That was 1-2 Switch, the game everyone can play together. Next, let's look at a game with depth, challenge, and replayability that uses the Joy-Con. A new gameplay experience is born. Let's switch to it.
okay. So you see that, chat? They said that was a game for everyone. That was a game for everyone. Now this one, you got to be a little bit more of a gamer. We're showing you how the Nintendo Switch concept, these weird Joy-Cons we've invented, we're showing you how they're going to change gaming. First, anybody can do this. Now, okay, this is anybody can play the mainline Pokemon games. If you're Pokemon Legends Arceus, you need to be a little bit more dexterous. You got to be a little bit more comfortable with a controller in your hand, targeting a slightly higher age group, more specific gamers. This is that game. You know what's crazy about this presentation so far, chat? There are 2 big games on selling you the Switch concept out of the gate. No Mario, no Link, none of that easy stuff. They said we made these new experiences for this new way of play. Crazy. This is how you sell a console. This is how you sell an idea. I think people are in too big of a rush for new Mario Kart, new Smash, new Animal Crossing, and they forget. They forget. You don't do all those things right out of the gate, you know what I mean? We already knew there was a Zelda and a Mario from the reveal. I agree, but I'm talking about how they're being positioned in this presentation, right? They're not showing you how you can use the Joy-Con to... They're not doing a whole talk about using the Joy-Con to play Mario Kart in the HD Rumble. They're not doing a whole thing with Zelda. Like, this is the first time in a non-commercial setting. Like, they're introducing the concept. And, you know, Mario Kart 8, that's a deluxe version of a Wii U game. Was not built for the console. Breath of the Wild, Wii U game, was not built for the console. These are the experiences that were built for the console. This was the game I was most excited about from leading up to the Switch launch. This was the one I was most interested in. So cool. Dude. This is genius. This is a genius trailer. This is a genius game. They are teaching you how to play it through this trailer. They are showing you through how this trailer is shot. They're like, and how the console works. Like, they're showing you how these things work so well together. It is a showcase for the system that you can figure out how to play this game by watching this trailer. That is so awesome. That is so cool. It looks fast. It looks HD. It looks fun. Nintendo made a fighting game, but it's a little weird. Dreams. Oh, chat. I'll be honest. I was not over here saying I needed ARMS 2. I was not over here saying that. I wouldn't say no. You think we see the same theatrics with the next console presentation? Not really. If I'm being honest, not really. I think it's just going to be like a digital presentation. So to be completely honest, I don't really know personally. I have no insight into the business of doing the live presentation for the theater and why one would do that, what you get out of that, why that was important to them at the time. I really have no insight into that. You could tell me that they did that because they were like trying to prevent leaks or something. Like, I don't know. I genuinely have no insight into why you would do that. And it's my understanding that there is no reason not to do the digital presentation. I'm sure somebody could tell me. Somebody at Nintendo has that insight. I don't have it. If I ever got the chance to interview Reggie Fils-Aimé, I would ask him about this. I would be like, what is the give and take on this? Because I just like don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Look at these characters. The stages. Dude! A compliment I like to give Nintendo games. You see the premise, and the premise paints a world. You get it. It fills you with ideas. So sick.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kosuke Yabuki. I'm the producer of the Nintendo Switch game, ARMS. Today, I'd like to introduce you all to ARMS. ARMS is a fighting sports game that uses extendable arms to battle. It's like boxing, where you hit your opponent with punches, but it's also like shooting, where you aim and fire at distant opponents.
So sick. I eat this up. I eat it up.
ARMS, you hold one Joy-Con in each hand in a thumbs-up pose. The Joy-Con senses your motions, so when you punch, your character also punches. When you twist your fist, your punch curves. With this, you can pursue a distant enemy. You move your character by tilting the Joy-Con. And by combining dashes and jumps, you can perform a variety of actions.
It worked.
Because ARMS uses physical controls, anyone can pick it up and play right away.
But again, chat, important thing that I talked about earlier, the non-intrusive gimmick, right? This is how you play ARMS. He's telling you this is how you play ARMS, but because of handheld mode, because that is the console's thing, you have to be able to play games handheld. Like, you can still just use a Pro Controller, play ARMS, non-intrusive gimmick.
But we've made it so that as you play more, you'll uncover high-level techniques and strategies.
Dude, it's true. ARMS meta got deep.
Now, I'd like to show you a battle between two of our team members.
We'll probably skip this because I remember it went long. I remember watching this at the time and it going on forever. At the time, I was eating it up because I was an ARMS head. I was obsessed with this. I was studying.
Here are some of the characters.
They just used the normal gloves.
Springman and Ribbon Girl.
Oh no, this is just watching this. My titillation meter is
It's a very
through the
fast
roof.
and active fighting game. They're trading punches back and forth. You can guard in this game, but they're practically battling without guarding at all right now. Oh dear, Springman is on the ropes. Oh, but here's Springman with a special attack. Oh, Springman won.
Springman was not on the ropes. Look at his health bar. It's completely full. Liar.
As you saw, the most appealing part of ARMS is battling. You can battle alone against the computer, and you can
Or-
play split screen against a friend, as you just saw.
Oh my god, he literally said you can do this or this, and everybody's hearts sank. They're like, no online. But there's a weird space in that infographic.
You can also bring your Nintendo Switch systems together to
Oh,
battle.
still no online. Never mind.
And of course, we're preparing online battles as well. The extendable arm fight game, ARMS, will release this spring. Thank you very much.
That was crazy, right? That was crazy, right? Because you know the console is coming out March. Inner Charismatic, rating with a party of 1. Thank you so much, buddy. Let's go. We're watching the 2017 Nintendo Switch presentation. You know that you've already been told that the video game console is coming out March. And then to be told that ARMS is coming out in the spring of 2017, you're running it through. You're running it through in your head. You're going, wait, March, April, May? It's practically summer. We're gonna get this game pretty much at launch? Dude, huge. Thank you so much for the follow. Ixiu for life. Let's go. Yeah, oh my god, this was like the wheels were turning, chat. It was huge.
What did you think?
Wow, right into the next thing.
ARMS
Wow.
marks the emergence of Nintendo's
I thought there was a
new
much
character.
larger ARMS
As
segment.
you can see, mastering the
Oh.
Joy-Con controls can bring a new feel to even head-to-head fighting games that demand a high level of strategy and tactics. I hope you'll look forward to it. Next, let's switch to this.
Splatoon 1 remake? Oh, he got him! Wait a second, what are those weapons? Those weren't in Splatoon 1. The dualies? Oh my god, look at that! They're rolling! You can roll now, chat! What? They're pulling up the map! You can still do that, even though we don't have the Wii U! Dude. Splatoon's debut to the non-Wii U world. Huge. Wow, it's Splatoon 2.
Good afternoon, everyone.
He's got the dualies.
I am the diligent researcher at the Squid Research Lab who has spent day and night researching the mysterious squid creatures that can take on human form. I've been researching a new variety of squid that was discovered recently, and today I'm here to announce the fruits of my labor.
The fruits of my labor.
It has been about 2 years since I first discovered the squid, and it seems there have been many changes to the squid world in that time.
I know, no, the translator does not have the
Therefore,
juice for this.
Team-based battles where the two teams compete to spray the ground with ink and cover the most turf. This remains a popular sport, but it appears the battle stages have changed and the fashions and weapons used
Reintroducing Splatoon 2.
Here, you see the latest piece of technology. This weapon set is called the Splat Dualies. Not only do these dual-wielded weapons let you shoot ink from each hand, they also have nozzles that can propel you at a high rate of speed to outmaneuver your opponents. It is a fearsome weapon in the hands of one who has mastered it. And it appears the special weapons which can be activated after spraying enough ground with ink are all brand new. Surely with the introduction of new weapons,
I think watching this is reminding me that just like what Splatoon is like has a inherent level of charm and ingeniousness in the video game space still. Like watching all of those clips and the paint and people getting splatted and stuff, I was like, dang, Splatoon was such a good idea. Like Splatoon's just a good idea, dude. It's just a good idea. And I think we've lost sight of that a little bit just because we've got so many Splatoon games at a high frequency. You know, Splatoon 1, 2, 3 feel like they came out back to back to back. And the games were so, like, iterative. You know what I mean? Like Pokemon levels of iterative. Just like, aren't all these games the same, you know? And then you talk to a Splatoon head and they're like, actually, Jake, they are so different. They are absolutely extremely and it's like, no, they're not. Shut up. So, like, in a lot of ways, I feel like what Splatoon needs more than anything is a new console. It needs a new console. Splatoon 4 will have so much more energy behind it, I think, for people that are not already invested into Splatoon than Splatoon 3 did, right? And I think it's almost like I think they're in a place where like the new console will open up things for them that in a way that they need. I don't know. Like don't you think like running this multiplayer online game, don't you think they're like hitting a bit of a wall on the current Switch where like how much juice does it take that poor Nintendo Switch to even like run those matches? You know what I mean? All of the paint, the other players, everything going on at once. It's like a miracle it can even do it. And it's like, okay, so now we get that power bump. What does that give us the space to do? What does that give us the space to realize? You know? I think this is going to be like a real, and it runs so well. It runs extremely well. I think it's going to be like really interesting to see where they take Splatoon given that beefy power upgrade. I don't really know. I would love to talk to a Splatoon person about where they want it to go. But I also think that it could use just some like new ideas, and maybe it should discard some old ideas, you know? The whole Splatoon gear system, I think is a big miss. I think they got to throw that away. I almost wonder if like, nah, maybe that's stupid. I was going to suggest something and now I think it's a bad idea. I was going to suggest like maybe take it in like a more hero shootery direction where the character and the weapons are like more specifically aligned. But I think people really like the Splatoon like fashion, customization, dressing up your Inkling thing. But yeah, the way that works with like the stats and stuff right now is just so uninteresting. It's so like I don't think anybody cares about that. So rework that. The whole like the weapons being the same but different. That's awful. Cut down on that stuff. It's stupid. Yeah. So yeah. Chat, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna fill up my water bottle.
Battle stages, we will see the emergence of new battle strategies. I expect our research will continue to keep us busy. Allow me to report briefly on controls. Of course, you can use the Joy-Con controllers, but you can also play using the Pro controller. You can play on a TV screen, and you can also play in handheld mode. And of course, in either mode, you can use gyro controls to aim your ink. You press the X button to view the map. And to do a super jump, you press the button assigned to a teammate to instantly jump there. Of course, you can battle against friends and people you don't know over the internet. And you can also bring your game.
Chat, I felt like such a real streamer doing that, walking away, letting the video play for chat. That was a real streamer moment. Thank you. Thank you.
And Nintendo Switch systems together to battle friends face to face. That is all from the Squid Research Lab.
Okay. Small thing. You know what's cool about the Switch, actually? You were never going to have 2 Wii U's in a house. You're never going to have 2 home consoles in a house. Unless you're a weirdo, right? But you will have 2 handhelds in a house. You will have 2 Switches. So a game like Splatoon, you were never going to play Splatoon with your older brother that lives in the house. But now, because of the Switch being a handheld, you both have your own Switch. Now you could play a game like Splatoon together. You group up online, or you do the local connection thing. It kind of opens it up in ways that, like, if it was just a normal home console, you couldn't. You know what I mean, chat? Never really thought about that before. I think that's important, actually. You know? I think that's important. It's like the new version of local multiplayer is just like having multiple Switches.
Oh, I almost forgot something very important. Splatoon 2 is planned for launch this summer.
Chat, that was crazy.
Planned for launch this summer.
Dude, Dog knows he messed up so bad. Dog knows he messed up so bad. He literally went for launch next summer. Because it made it sound like it was coming out at launch, like with the console, and then it was summer actually. Dude, that was crazy. That was crazy.
And again, this time
He
there will
fooled
be
us.
stage and weapon updates after launch, and there are also plans to hold ongoing in-game events.
He's sweating right now.
I am very excited to once again enjoy those exciting times with everyone all around the world. Splatoon 2 still has many elements that we have yet to uncover. The Squid Research Lab will continue to share new details as we discover them. Thank you for your time today.
Man, that's how you know Splatoon is powerful. They just let that man go. They just let him go. That's crazy.
What Squid do you think? This brand new version of Splatoon arrives this summer. It should make for some hot matches. Next, let's switch to this.
Oh, huge, chat, huge. What is this? What game? What do you think this is? What game is this? Donk in the back? Donkey Kong? Is this Donkey Kong? What is it? What is this? What is this? Ah! No, no. This is outrageous. I can't express, if you were not there, what this meant at the time. This screen. You show this screenshot to somebody pre this reveal, this is fake. No one would believe that this was real. Absolutely no one would believe that this was real. Man. Look at the people. Look at the people. You show this to somebody and they're like, no, this is a Sonic Adventure 1 fake. This is a mod, actually. Jumping on the taxi. Okay, let me talk. Let me yap a little, chat. Let me yap a little. Let me tell you about this moment. Let me tell you what this moment is. Okay. To the untrained eye, that is a moment about freedom. It is a moment about parkour. It's a moment about the actions that you can do in the game, right? That's what that moment's about. Wrong. Wrong. Super Mario Odyssey is a game about exploration. It is about looking around and discovering things. Every time you throw your hat on a creature and you take it over, what you're doing is you're figuring out what that creature is capable of and what it allows you to now do in the world. What you are doing, what's happening here, is that you are discovering how these things in the world, you think they're just static background things that are happening. You are discovering that they are tools for you to use and take advantage of and to make your own. You are truly exploring the environment and deriving value from that exploration. That is why this is the greatest Mario game ever made. Right here. Goddamn. Exploration, discovery. Look at all these different worlds. Look at how many things there are to discover. What will you find? What will you find? Did you see something? Did something catch your eye? What will you find? What is he doing with that? These creatures. What are they doing? Look at this. He's hanging out. Exploration and discovery. It's not just about environments. It's about the people. It's about the local communities. Why did Bowser throw a hat at us? Oh, hey, wait a second. Chat. They're lying to us. They have taken the eyes off of Princess Peach's crown. Oh, Mario threw his hat? That's weird. Why can he do that? What is it? Oh my god, it's a tool. It's a tool for traversal. He can throw his hat? How strange. Wow. Oh my god. Our hat, our tool, it has been crushed. Oh my god, look at that creature. Ooh, the blank white canvas. That's how you do it, baby. Chat, and that we don't even know. We don't even know about the capture mechanic. They're a whole major part of this game we don't even know. Only hinted at right there. Wait a second, what? No. No, outrageous stuff. No, crazy business. These,
Hello,
no,
everyone.
nutsos. Absolute nutsos at Nintendo.
Sorry for my appearance. I am Yoshiaki Koizumi, the producer of Super Mario Odyssey. While I am the overall producer for the Nintendo Switch hardware, I simultaneously have a hand in the newest Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey.
He's back.
This is the first time since Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine that we have created a large Mario sandbox world like this for you to run around in. The theme of Mario this time is a journey to an unknown world, and Mario has jumped out of the Mushroom Kingdom to go on an extraordinary adventure for you to run around in. The theme of Mario this time is a journey to an unknown world, and Mario has jumped out of the Mushroom Kingdom to go on an extraordinary adventure.
Oh!
Perhaps you notice some landscapes that look familiar from the real world. And at the end of the video, Perhaps some of you have noticed some unusual eyes or something on Mario's cap. Oh, and right here. Right there.
I think I gotta tell you, I think Koizumi agrees with me that the game's about exploration. You know what I mean? We can't listen, we can't say that this is being translated 100% accurately. But no, I gotta tell you, I think how he's using it here, you know what I mean? I don't think he's trying to speak to what the game says as a piece of media. I think he's trying to speak to what the game is about, like in the same way that I was talking about what the game is about. The game is about exploration and discovery. You know what I mean? It's yeah, I don't know, man. I think he's kind of on this one. I think they're kind of, you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna slap anybody that uses the word theme because I think I get what I think I'm picking up what he's putting down in this particular case. And then I think what happened, the reason I think I'm hard on when it comes up in Pokemon is that I think that the Pokemon, I don't really care about what the creator says. I think the Pokemon fans pick up, oh, this game is about beauty, and then misuse that. And then go, oh, the narrative theme of this game is beauty. I think that's my issue with what's going on here. You know what I mean?
This mysterious cap, in particular, offers action that can only be experienced on Nintendo Switch.
Look at Mario's hair.
This cap
Look at
character
it.
plays an important role in Mario's journey. I hope you'll look forward to it. In the 20 years since we made Super Mario 64, I have been on a long, long journey together with Mario. We are working on this new journey called Nintendo Switch, with the excitement one feels when visiting unknown countries for the very first time. I'll be very happy when you can all
Cool.
join me in departing on this new Mario journey on Nintendo Switch. We plan to release Super Mario Odyssey in the holiday season later this year.
Bro, this game's
Since the release
this
is
system's
still a ways
lineup.
out, you won't be able to play the game today,
They're crazy.
so I hope to offer you a chance to try it out at another time.
Oh,
Please wait a
interesting.
little longer.
So he says you won't be able to play the game today. So you remember earlier I was talking about, like, I don't know why anybody would do this. So I guess what that's telling me is that at this event, like, press was getting hands on. So I think that's why you would do something like this, right?
Thank you very much.
Mario Odyssey's a 10. What is this? Is this Xenoblade? I didn't think they showed Xenoblade this early. Wow, that's crazy. Dang, this does not look good to my eyes. Chad, is this doing something for you? I love this world because you're in it. Chad, are you feeling this? Chad, I gotta tell you something. Quick sidebar. I gotta tell you something. You'll never guess what I recently downloaded to my Nintendo Switch. Okay, well, it's behind my box, but you get the picture. Joey, what's up? Yeah, we're deep in this, dude. I'm having a great time. I'm loving this. I'm loving this presentation. Oh, okay. Okay. Chat, I was lifting off of this trailer the whole time. I was not interested. This is pulling me in. That little musical cue was get in here with me. Get in here with me. Open your heart. That was nice. That was nice. We going straight into something else? Man, I don't even know what this is. Fire Emblem Warriors, maybe? Yeah. Yep. It's funny how this presentation still has time for some duds, you know? Like, don't worry, we got duds too. We've got everything.
What you just saw was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Koei Tecmo's latest game, Fire Emblem Warriors.
Wow, what
Next, I'd like to introduce our
They were still cooking. They weren't ready. They did not. Homework was due, and they were not ready, dude.
party partners. The Nintendo Switch concept has
That's
resonated
awesome.
with many developers, and there are currently over 50 companies working on games. And there are already over 80 games in development. So today, we'd like to introduce just a few of them.
Okay, what are they showing? What was in this? Let's see.
Square Enix has already announced that they are preparing
Octopath?
Dragon Quest X and Dragon Quest XI for release on Nintendo Switch in Japan.
Ah.
But there is another Dragon Quest game making an appearance, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 for Nintendo Switch.
What is the status of Dragon Quest 12? Is that a game that has been announced? Is that a game that has been discussed? Could we see Dragon Quest 12 have some sort of Switch 2 play? It's been announced. Okay. Man, I never played a Dragon Quest game, chat. I loved Dragon Quest 11S on my Nintendo Switch. I loved it. I would say that's a top 15 Nintendo Switch game.
Now, take a look at this.
Don, what's up? What is this? What's next? Chat, did this game ever release? What is this? What is this? Nintendo, you did it to yourself. No, this is that game. This is that same game, the one I'm thinking about. The one that like recently got a re-release. They announced that at the Switch reveal event. Bro. That's crazy. No way, chat. So this game did not exist. This was a fake game. What happened? Is this guy in the final game? How close are you getting affiliate? Probably just a couple more streams. Yeah, I've done everything that you need to do this week to hit affiliate in terms of like people watching and following or whatever. All I need to do is stream 7 times. So yeah. So probably just a couple more streams. Yeah.
To play a role in a vast world.
We're just moving on. What is this? Oh, Octopath. Nice.
The places you go.
I gotta say, wow.
The deeds you do.
Joey tried to put just show your feet and you're there in the chat, and the chat auto mod caught it and was like, do you want to allow this in the chat? I love when this happens. I love when Twitch gives me this power. They're like, hey, buddy, we gotcha. It's awesome. I really liked the first Octopath. I think I was hotter on it than most people were that reviewed it. I think Octopath 2 is a go. Is like, Octopath 2 is crazy. Octopath 2 is crazy. I really like this game, though. I think this game's really fun.
Whose tales you bring to life.
I love all the characters.
Every road is yours to take.
Dude, this is a classic. People that talk about video games are too obsessed with talking about stories with the language of books and movies. People say, oh, they're like, oh, I don't like the story in this game. And what they're talking about are like the last 3 hours of it. And I'm like, well, did you like the story for the first 30 hours? Did you like all of the story? You know what I mean? It's like, I've said this before. It's like judging a series of TV based on the finale and being like, oh, well, the story's not good. I'm like, yeah, but video games don't work like that. There's like a million others. Like, you probably logged in, you probably watched episodes day after day after day that you were enjoying. And then to get to the finale, for the credits to roll, and then you'd be like, oh, I don't like where that went, so I don't like the story. Boo. Boo.
Project Octopath.
Oh, back when
Traveler.
it was still Project, dude. Nice.
Embark on an adventure all your own.
This came out in the fall, right?
What you just saw was the latest game in the Atlas series, Shin Megami Tensei, which celebrates its 25th anniversary this year.
Dude, it's funny that we did that twice. It's funny that he did this, what you just saw, and he names like the first game instead of the second game. It confused me both times. He was like, what you just saw was Xenoblade. And I'm like, no, we just saw Fire Emblem, dude. And then he says that, you know, I don't know.
Development has only just begun, but they were kind enough to prepare this video for us today. And the other title
That's funny.
is a brand new
Fake.
RPG
Okay, at least he said it was a
Square
fake game.
Enix. Its world boasts a unique graphic style and sense of scale. Please look forward to additional information in the future.
Damn, back when HD 2D was new.
Let's hear from some of the developers.
Did we miss Suda
working on
50?
new
Not yet.
games For Nintendo Switch. To start, let's switch over to this individual.
Night. Oh, look who it is.
Hello, everyone.
Let's go.
I'm Toshiro Nagoshi from Sega.
What did Sega have at launch?
Sega
Let's
sees
see.
a tremendous amount of appeal in Nintendo Switch, and we intend to be present on the platform. And similarly, I, as an individual creator, sense a new kind of
What's the necklace? Chat, what's the necklace? Keyblade? What is that?
appeal with this game hardware. We will consider new games for Nintendo Switch, and we'll present them soon.
Dude, there's the Rizless interpreter. They switch to him every so often. Crazy.
This new hardware is taking on new challenge and has a lot of appealing points. And I would like to take advantage of this new concept and create an the
Nintendo Switch, it worries me greatly. It's a challenge. Oh my god, it's an uphill battle. The developing for the Nintendo Switch.
Hi, I'm Todd Howard here at the.
Ah, Todd, dude.
And we're excited to announce that yes, Skyrim
Oh my
is
God.
coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Guys, I know about interpreters. My mother is a professional interpreter. That's her job. I've been around interpreters my whole life.
Worlds that you can get lost in, that you can make your own, and that you never want to put down.
Honestly, chat, this looks awesome.
Well, now you don't have to.
This
Now you
looks
can play
good.
Skyrim wherever you want and take it.
This looks good. This looks good.
But what's really exciting is for all of us at Bethesda to finally work with Nintendo. You look
Cool.
at all they've done for video games over the decades. They've brought so much innovation and fun.
Chat, Switch 2. Wait, what's Bethesda been doing lately? What's a Bethesda game that comes to Switch 2 in the first year? What is it? What would it be? Really? You think so? I wonder if Indie's too new. You know what I mean? Like they're still working on that Indie PS5 port. What's like old but not too old? What? You know, both of those Doom games are on Switch. Maybe. Oh, Deathloop. Is that too online-y? Starfield. That's the answer. That's the answer. Starfield on Switch too. That's the answer. I genuinely think that that's it. I genuinely think that you'll see that. Is that crazy? PS5 doesn't even want Starfield. I know. I want New Vegas. Maybe they do a Fallout collection down the line. Dang, Starfield on Switch too. I can see it, chat. I can see it. Listen, I won't play it. Man, is that crazy, chat, that I have no interest in? Yeah, see, Joey, I kind of think Doom the Dark Ages, I don't know when that's coming out, but I feel like they might be prepping that Switch 2 version. Because it got Doom and Doom Eternal, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of cool third-party games that are going to show up on Switch. I'm just thinking about old Todd here because he's on screen. Man, and now I'm thinking about that mouse mode and how some games are going to be perfect for that, you know what I mean? I think the mouse mode has a lot more. For those that don't know, the leaks that indicate that you will be able to use your Joy-Con like a mouse. You know what I mean? Oh, click, click, click on a surface. Maybe you just put it on your leg as you're sitting down. Whatever. I don't know. Pretty much any game that has ever been on PC will have something. The id Tech engine scales really well. Yeah. Oh, and that's the same thing as indie. Yeah, Joey, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Because honestly, now that I think about it, the PS5 port of indie probably has less to do with porting the game and more to do with just like letting it come out on Xbox first.
All of us, and they're doing it again. The Switch is both classically Nintendo, yet something all new, and we want to thank them for letting us be a part of it.
Do you think Todd believed? Do you think he believed in the Switch?
Thank you, Todd-san.
What'd you see in his eyes?
Let's switch to this person.
Hey.
I don't think he believed.
That didn't
Damn.
go very well. Hi everyone, I'm Suda51 from Grasshopper.
Hi, Suda51. Pretty sure that's Wario64. Somebody fact check for me. What's going on with the interpreter here?
Today I'd like to start, I've been invited to come to this event and I'd like to talk about one of the games that I worked on. Do you all remember the one guy from Santa Destroy who was born out of a tag team between Marvelous and Grasshopper? That's right, Travis Touchdown. He'll be making his return on Nintendo Switch. Could you show the illustration, please? So this star will be coming onto Nintendo Switch. The title hasn't been decided yet, but just about a year ago, I've been going to some events, some gaming events in Japan, such as Big Summit, and I've been exchanging ideas with the indie game community, and we've been discussing about ideas for the new Nintendo Switch console, and I've heard that it's an easier platform to create games for, especially for indie developers. And so that matches with what we are expecting in a gaming development process. So this one game that I'm working on right now will be something that will...
Okay, so what's going on here, right? I think the answer is that he went off script. The answer is he probably went off script. Oh wait, there's a story about how Suda felt so bad that he treated the interpreter to dinner as an apology. Imagine this guy watching this in the street right now. So what I'm guessing is that he went off of script, and the interpreter, who probably had some kind of idea about what was going to be said, was like really caught off guard. And This interpreter standing in front of a third grade class reading what he did over summer vacation. That's the only thing I can come up with in terms of just like sheer panic at this moment, because this is literally like watching a that's what happened. Okay. All right. It has the energy of watching like a middle school play in which a kid who doesn't have that many lines comes on to do his big scene and forgets his like 4 sentences. You know what I mean? And he's like hoping that somebody else in the scene will pick up and just like start doing their lines, but they're waiting for their cue. They're waiting for him to say the last word, and he's like, like that's the exact energy of this scene. It's awesome. This is the magic of a live performance.
Environment that it's easy for indie developers to create a game, and so we will have a game.
The problem with being a professional interpreter and talking about something like this is that you can't just start improvising. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Is that like you're representing like a business, right? And you can't just say something. Like you probably don't even know what you're talking about. I would guess. So I'm sure it is a very high stress situation.
That will have a fusion of death matches and strong styling, sort of heavily involved, heavily influenced by pro wrestling.
What game is he talking about here, chat?
Running around.
And then when did it come out?
Switch. Thank you very much for your time today. It was Grasshopper Suda 51. Signing.
Thank you, Suda-san.
Thank you very much for your time today. The Grasshopper Studio signing up.
Next.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that game.
Switch to this guest.
It's a huge honor and privilege to be here today representing the passionate and talented team at Electronic
Thank you for joining the stream.
For me, to be on this stage is like a dream come true.
Electronic Arts の情熱あふれる優秀な開発チームの代表として登壇することは大変光栄ですし、個人的にはまるで夢のようなことです。
For as long as I've played games, I've been a massive fan of the Nintendo platforms and amazing culture of creativity.
Name one. Name 3 Nintendo platforms.
Son was born. My wife and I gave him the middle name Luigi.
初めてゲームを教わる
So the implication here is that the name Luigi would be nothing without Nintendo.
る時からずっと任天堂のプラットフォームと任天堂の独創的な文化の大ファンで、あんまりにも任天堂のファンで、どうにか妻の納得を得て長男が生まれた時にルイージっていうミドルネームを名付けまでもしました。
So today, we are extremely excited to announce that the world's most popular sports game will be coming to Nintendo Switch.
World's most popular sports game, chat.
本日の発表で大変興奮してます。今年年内に全世界で一番人気のスポーツゲームが Nintendo Switch で発売します。
EA Sports FIFA on Nintendo Switch will be the most immersive, social, authentic sports game ever created for Nintendo players.
Oh, okay. All right. He qualified that at the end. It will be the best game ever for Nintendo players.
EA Sports FIFA は Nintendo Switch 版今まで最も没入的、最もソーシャル、最も本格的なスポーツ体験。
I didn't even realize.
It will deliver the
Our
FIFA
guy here
experience
is doing
custom built
backwards
for Nintendo
translation
Switch.
now. That's
so you
sick.
can play anywhere, play with anyone, and play how
Dude.
you want to play.
Talent.
体験をスイッチ専用に開発して、そこでどこでも誰とでもどのプレイスタイルでも遊べるようになります。
If you're at the park, at your friend's house, or on vacation, you can always stay connected to the biggest matches, and you'll be able to play and get on the pitch with your favorite players and teams from the world's best leagues in iconic stadiums from around the world. All with the unmatched authenticity.
I miss Bill.
and
Is
depth
Bill
that
still
FIFA
around, right? Bill's still around. You know what's crazy? I think it was me and Triss. I don't know if Joey. Okay. I don't know if Joey was on this call, but me and Triss were on a call with like Bill and maybe like 2 other people for Splatoon 3. And it was crazy, dude. It was crazy to talk to Bill directly. I was all over it, dude. I was all over him. I was like, Bill, big fan. The interpreting, I was on him. I didn't care. I was shameless. I let him know who I was. It was cool.
is known for.
公園にいても友達の家にいても旅行先の観光地にいてもいつでも試合ができます。そして全世界の一番大きなリーグの有名なチーム、有名な選手たちと一緒にピッチに立って試合をすることもできます。そしてこれらはすべて FIFA の無比のリアルさとやり込み度で遊べるようになります。
Brief pause. I just received a startling text message. And I need to see if this news is true. Oh my god. Oh my god, it is. Oh my god. Chat, I am alarmed. Chat, I am alarmed. Red alert. I have just been told Greg Miller of Kinda Funny Games is exclusively streaming Freedom Wars Remastered on their YouTube and Twitch channels right now. I am so mad. Somebody get ready to make this clip and send it to Greg Miller immediately. Okay, listen, Greg. Listen to me right here. You do a bunch of whining on the internet. Back in the day, not enough money was going around. We couldn't get on the internet. We didn't have the platforms. You think you're the king of the PlayStation Vita, whatever the hell. I can tell by looking at your gameplay right here for 8 seconds that you don't know what the hell you're doing in Freedom Wars. And yet, you get the exclusive deal on streaming Freedom Wars Remastered on your PlayStation 5, probably on a PlayStation 5 Pro that you didn't even pay for. You're out of touch, brother, okay? And you got to get back in touch. Take a page out of that Superman character that you like so much, though. I'm seeing the Superman right here, baby doll, but Superman grounded. Get back in touch with the people, go on a little walk across America, and then get back to me, and we can have a little talk about Freedom Wars. All right, chat. Send that to Greg. Send it to Greg, please. Send it to Greg. Thank you very much. Back to the program.
We'll have much more to say and show in the coming months as we bring the world's game to Nintendo Switch in 2017. Thank you.
これから全世界のスポーツゲームを2017年内に Nintendo Switch に発売するまではどんどん情報を提供していきたいと思います。
You did it to yourself, Callum.
どうもありがとうございました。
All right, the FIFA segment is done.
Thank you very much to Patrick and all of our guests.
That would be great if that was great. No, that would be
Very
bad.
excited for Skyrim and FIFA, and are very excited to see what kind of new games Naguchi-san and Suda-san create.
I clipped it.
And with
I don't know
that,
if it was
I'd
long
like to bring
enough.
my portion of the
Need to be
presentation
longer?
an end.
I don't know how that works.
Thank you.
I don't know how it works, chat. Oh, God. Never say we don't have fun here. Never say we don't have fun here, chat. Oh my god. This is a cool trailer, actually. There's a lot of glimpses of games that they didn't talk about in here that look pretty good. Not this, obviously. Woo! This is where all the reaction streams are like, they're like, okay, let's talk. $2.99. March. Wow. Is that it? Oh, okay. What's the rest of this?
What did you think?
What is the rest of this?
We were preparing to offer a rich assortment of games,
There's more?
both from Nintendo and a number of third-party partners. Today, you heard from some of these developers, but there are still many others working hard inside Nintendo to develop original game content.
Like what?
In addition to the franchises our fans have loved, we will also introduce the world to new forms of entertainment made possible by the unique characteristics of the Nintendo Switch hardware and the Joy-Con controllers. Since we revealed new colors of Joy-Con during this presentation, allow me to share with you our Nintendo Switch product configurations.
What does that mean? What is he talking
The Nintendo
about?
Switch system will include the Nintendo Switch console, a left and a right Joy-Con,
Oh, okay.
Joy-Con wrist straps,
Okay, I don't know. All right.
the Joy-Con grip,
This is what you get in the box. You get the grip. You don't have to buy the grip.
the Nintendo Switch dock,
It's kind of cool that you don't have to buy the grip,
an HDMI
honestly.
cable, and an AC adapter.
Honestly, dude, Switch is a nice package to this
The
day.
Pro controller will also be available separately.
That makes sense. That's fine.
There will be two versions. One model with gray Joy-Con controllers,
Yep.
and another model with one neon blue and one neon red.
Chat, which did you get? Gray or red and blue? Which one did you get? Day one. Day one, which one did you get? Chat, I actually got red and blue, and
We have
I'm
shared a
pretty
great
proud
deal
of myself.
information with you through
I
this
felt smart.
presentation. And more details will be available on our Nintendo Switch homepage after this presentation ends.
Chat, I learned, I remember thinking this at the time when the Switch was coming out, where like, oh, I think I wanted the gray because I'm like, oh, I'll put a case on it, I'll do whatever. And then I thought I had that thought to myself where I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to tell myself to always get the weird color because I think that's the one that ends up being more special or significant, or I don't know. It's like, I think if you got the gray, you'd be like, oh, I kind of wish I got the neon ones. I don't know. So that's just something I keep in mind. So if they reveal the Switch 2 and it has two color options and one of them's a little weird, I'm picking the weirder one, no matter what those colors are.
But first, I would like to ask Nintendo of Europe and Nintendo of America to share their messages with their fans
Thank you for the follow.
watching around the globe. Take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Kimishima. I'm Satoru Shibata of Nintendo of Europe. Good morning, everybody.
I don't remember this at all.
I'd like to thank
Chat, we're not in
you for
Europe,
being
so we're
so
skipping.
early to watch.
We're going to
So
Reggie.
excited for you to New York. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.
Thank you. We're going to Reggie.
Thanks, Shibata-san, and hi to everyone watching. in the
Pro.
audience. It's the midnight hour here in New York. The streets are quiet. But
I have it on good authority. I have it on good authority that Phil Spencer watched hours and hours of Reggie clips to best understand his use of business hands.
something in the air. You can't see it, but the atmosphere is crackling with posts and tweets and messages all about Nintendo Switch. We're here getting ready to show off Nintendo Switch to a small group tomorrow, but you may get your own chance to play well before launch. Because Nintendo
Miyamoto in the background.
display on 6 separate Sundays in 6 different cities across North America before you can buy it in stores. You can find all the details on nintendo.com/switch. But you'll have to show up early. Nintendo.com/switch. But you'll have to show up early. There's no shortage of players who can't wait to test drive our new system. And the reasons are now clear. First, the wider look we've just seen at what this revolutionary form of gaming and new ways to play are all about. Second, those amazing controllers, the Joy-Con, which combine all the gameplay innovations Nintendo's invented and then adds to them. But of course, the biggest buzz is reserved for the games. And man, what games. No question, there's a lot in the works. But let's be honest, one thing is missing. But if you listen carefully, maybe you can hear it.
He was good.
Floating.
He was good on the mic.
the air.
You know what his best skill is? Listen, I don't want to glaze Reggie Fils-Aimé, okay? I covered the book he wrote. I think it's back here somewhere. Yep. It's too low in a stack, so I'm not gonna pull it out because it feels a little bit like Jenga, but his book's right there. I don't like his book. I really don't like his book. I think there's a lot of like self-glazing that happens in that book in like the weird like American businessman way, where it's like, I pulled myself up from my bootstraps. I never got help from anybody. I am so smart and talented. Like I just can't. I can't handle stuff like that. And I think people in games who otherwise don't pay attention to any other realm of business operations think that they're have no context, glaze him up all of the time because their only context are other video game people in a maybe similar position to him, and they're like, well, I like him more, so he's great. I'm not in the interest of glazing Reggie. But I think what Reggie's strongest skill is that I think he's very good at self-producing. It's like people that are on a reality show and you get people that are like really good in the talking heads talking to the camera. Dude, I think he's just good at it. I think he knows when he's on the mic how to make it count, what he's saying and how he says it. I think he sees the production in his hand and in his head, and I think he can tell what the viewer is watching, and he knows how to produce it live. He knows how to like, it's like when you're doing a podcast, like how many video game podcasts do you see where it's just like people shooting the shit about video games and they're not producing a piece of content for the viewer, for the listener as they are performing. You know what I mean? Like when I'm streaming, I like kind of take on a little bit of a mask that is different from my like normal everyday persona because I'm doing like a little bit of a performance. You know what I mean? And and I'm not that's not to say that I'm like not being genuine, but I'm like trying to self-produce like a product for the people watching. And I think some people don't have that skill. And I listen to a lot of like video game podcasts where I'm like, how have you not made a point yet? How have you started talking and you're like, I'm going to set up what I'm going to say for like 90 seconds before I make my point? It's like, no, say your point. Say it first. Get the idea in. Explain, like, produce yourself. Make something that's interesting to listen to. You know what I mean? Tell a story in the structure of your words while you're talking. And I think I just get this sense from Reggie that he's like aware of the product in his head the whole time. He's not confused about what the product is. I think he does have that skill. And I think it's more than being like a theatrical presence, which I think does set him apart. But I think he's thinking about the medium. He's thinking about the use of the cameras, the kind of shot that he's in, how he fills up a frame, who's in the space with him. I get that sense from him. And you know what's funny? I think Jeff Keighley actually does think of this stuff too. And I actually think he's maybe not quite as good at it, or just like hasn't found his comfort in it. He's not comfortable in the space. Whenever you see Reggie talking, no matter where he is, don't you feel like he like takes up the space? and owns that space that he's in. You know what I mean, Chad? Do you get that sense? When Jeff Keighley's in a space, do you feel like he fills up that space? Like that he's comfortable in the ground beneath his feet? I don't think so, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. So that's the comp low. That's the comp low I'll pay Reggie.
There it is. The soundtrack for what's been far and away the most anticipated Nintendo Switch game right from the start. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So, where is it? Well, it'll be here at a special event elsewhere in New York tomorrow. But I see some sneaky Nintendo employees have been playing during this presentation. So let's go over there and see what these guys have to say for themselves.
See what these guys have to say for themselves.
Ah, hi, Riji-san.
You're here early. You're playing the new Legend of Zelda game. How do you like it?
これはね、グーですよ。
Oh, that's great.
面白い。
Well, so many eager fans want to know the one critical question. When are we launching The Legend of Zelda?
Okay, really good performance choice from Reggie here. He's not looking at the camera and being like, hey, a lot of fans really want to know, and he's not doing that. Like, he's in the scene. He's just looking at Miyamoto. He's just talking to him, even though it is a performance for the people watching. I think that's a good choice.
Eager fans want to know the one critical question. When are we launching The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild?
それ聞くならね、もっといい人がいますよ。Hi, Reggie.
Mr. Ayanuma. Yeah. You're the producer for The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. You know everything about the game. Certainly you must know, when are we launching the game?
それはね、僕も知らないんですよ。東京会場の君島さんに伺ってみてください。
Well, I guess that settles it. There's nothing left for me to do but to throw it back to Tokyo. And Mr. Kimishima, do you have the answer to that question?
Yeah, there was something really nice about that, actually. There was something, it wasn't annoying.
Reggie-san, Miyamoto-san,
Yeah.
and Aonuma-san, thank you very
That
much.
was really nice.
You've left me with a very important task, but I'll have to come back to your question in a second. The Nintendo Switch launch is just around the corner on March 3rd. Tomorrow and the next day, we'll hold a Nintendo Switch.
But that's the
hands-on
system
event
release
at a
date.
big site in Tokyo. And
Chat, I know I wasn't there. I know I'm a big baby. Greatest launch system plus game combo of all time.
we'll begin taking pre-order reservations at retail in Japan starting January 21st.
The I wasn't there comment is because I know everybody's gonna say Mario 64. Oh shoot! Wait a second. Wii Sports. I don't know, Joey. I don't know, Joey. Now I'm not sure. You've shook it to me. I genuinely don't know. That is a fight. That is a battle. That is a bloody battle. I'm very confident it's not Mario 64 because it's either Wii Sports or Breath of the Wild.
I hope that we've shown enough to earn your support.
Was New Super Mario Bros. U a Wii U launch game? Embarrassing.
Now, we do have one last
No,
thing to share with you today.
embarrassing.
Before we do, I would like to humbly and sincerely thank everyone here.
Bro, I'm sorry. What was going on with Nintendo back then? No, I can't get into it. I can't get into it.
For tuning in.
Oh God. Oh, is this the trailer? Is this that Breath of the Wild trailer? It's just the best. It's the best. It's the best. Tears of the Kingdom who? Oh my God. Oh my God. You show me this today, it hits just as hard. I don't even really care about Zelda that much. Oh my god! The crescendos are unbelievable in this. Whimsy. Frick! It just keeps going. Crazy. Did I make a mistake by listening to English Zelda? Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Black. The eyes. Black. Wow. Wow. And that's it. That's it. Oh my god. Wow. I think the magic of that trailer, right, is that everything feels so special and unique and in pursuit of something wholly original. And they grab hold of you so early on. They grab hold of the viewer and they are in perfect control of the temperature of that trailer for its entire runtime. They take you up, they slam you down. They take you up, they slam you down. And I gotta say, having played Breath of the Wild, I think that that trailer, that cut of it, is like, who did that? Who cut that trailer? Because we've all played Breath of the Wild. That is not an easy trailer to make. I think that's a hard trailer to make, honestly, having played the game. And I don't know if that direction for that trailer would have even occurred to me. Man, dude. That was really special. That's a really special trailer. Because I almost want to say that it's good, too, in entire ways that I wouldn't even, like, say that the game is good. It's just, like, a good piece of media, you know? It's just a good trailer. Like, I don't even care about the game. It's just a great trailer. It's funny. It's like, it's not even about getting you excited about playing the game. It's just about taking you on a ride. Damn. That's magical. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. This is, of course, my outro for the YouTube audience. That was our reaction to the Nintendo Switch 2017 presentation as we all get excited for the imminent reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2. If you want to see more live streams like this in terms of reactions, in terms of us playing some games, then you got to go over to twitch.tv/JakeKnowsIt. Follow, subscribe, do everything you need to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye.